So today's topic is about fertilization in mammals. So as we have discussed earlier about the external fertilization in invertebrates and the model organism that we have studied in the sea action, and in the last lecture we discussed about the different mechanisms which are involved in the process of prevention to polyspermy. So today the topic is about the internal fertilization. So the so in case of internal fertilization in mammals or certain other organisms, so we are taking
Excuse me, ma'am.
vertebrates. Yes.
मैम स्लाइड शो नहीं हो रही.
These slides visible to everyone now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the topic is about the internal fertilization. So we are considering here the group of vertebrates, including mammals. So as the process of internal fertilization occurs in case of mammals or as in certain other organisms. First of all, as the fertilization is known as internal fertilization, so that must be occurs inside the body of the female reproductive tract. And in case of the internal fertilization, the organisms produces fewer number of the eggs as compared to those organisms. Those are have the adaptation of the external fertilization. So in case of the internal organisms, such organisms or mammals produces a fewer number of gametes or eggs. So such few number of the production of the eggs is also associated to the increased parental care. So such increased parental care ensures the species survival, and also that fertilization is internal. So in development is also internal during the whole process of or the whole period of gestation. So if the whole period of gestation is internal or within the body of the female, so there are less chances of predator attack or influence of certain external factors. So that's why the organism those have adaptation of the internal fertilization produces fewer number of the eggs. So fusion of the both gametes as the egg and sperm produces a diploid cell which is known as zygote. So as a zygote or diploid cell is produced in all other organisms, and then so soon after the formation of the zygote or at the time of the fertilization or the interaction between the two gametes, this interaction activates the egg or it triggers a certain kind of metabolic reaction within the egg plasma membrane or within the egg cell cytoplasm. So an interaction or a fusion of both gametes form a two-end zygote. So this fusion activates or triggers or initiates certain kind of metabolic activities within the ovum or egg cell cytoplasm. It's also known as egg activation in result of the process of fertilization or in result of the process of fusion of both gametes. So the phenomena is also known as the egg activation. So fertilization, the process of fertilization in mammals occur inside the female reproductive tract, or it's known as oviduct. So ova is the female gamete is viable for approximately 24 hours after the ovulation. So as you can see in the figure that the special region of the oviduct, which is also known as the fallopian tube, or it's also known as the uterine tube. So a special region of the uterine tube, which is known as the ampullary region. The ampullary region of the oviduct or the fallopian tube is the region where the process of fertilization occurs in case of mammals. So the ampulla is the region of the uterine tube or the fallopian tube where the process of fertilization occurs in case of mammals. So the female gametes are the ovum after it's released from the ovaries, then it remains viable for or it survives for approximately 24 hours within the female reproductive tracts or at the ampullary region. So it means after the ovulation, the ovum can survive approximately about 24 hours. So here are certain steps which are involved in the process or the mechanism of the fertilization in mammals. So almost such processes are similar in case of invertebrates or in case of sea urchin. So as the number one step is the encounter of the spermatozoa and the ova. Or encounter or the first interaction, encounter means the first interaction between the male and the female gamete. Second step is the capacitation and the contact. Capacitation is actually the maturation of the male gamete. So encounter of the spermatozoa and ova, it doesn't mean that the direct interaction of or direct physical contact between the male and the female gamete. So in certain cases, the female gamete secretes certain kind of the chemicals to the surrounding environment. So such chemicals have binding sites or receptors which are located at the spermatic membrane. So such distant interaction between the two gametes is also encountered into the first interaction between the spermatozoa and ova. So it doesn't mean that the first interaction is the direct contact between the male and the female gamete. Then is the capacitation. So in result of the first interaction between both gametes, then it causes the maturation of the male gamete or the sperm. So capacitation is in resulting causes a certain kind of changes in the male gamete. So such changes occurs when the male gametes reach to the female reproductive tract or the oviduct, and then finally the physical contact between the both gametes. And then next are the acrosome reactions and the penetration. So as we have discussed in detail in the previous lectures about the acrosome reactions and how acrosomal reaction occurs. So same like that in case of the mammals, the acrosomal reaction consists of the such steps as the fusion of the acrosomal vesicles or the formation of the acrosomal processes. Then after the formation of the acrosomal reaction or the acrosomal reaction, then is the fusion of the sperm with the egg. So the first is the fusion of the egg sperm with the egg cell surface layers, and then finally the fusion of the spermatic membrane with the egg plasma membrane, and then is the activation of ovum. So when the sperm plasma membrane fuse or interact with the egg cell surface layer as the zona pellucida or the cumulus or the corona radiata, so immediately after the interaction between the both gametes eventually results in certain kind of modification or process of or certain kind of modifications or metabolic activation within the cell cytoplasm and also at the cytoplasmic region of the ovum, at the plasma membrane of the ovum. So first one, which is known as the encounter of the spermatozoa and ova. So during the fertile phase, during this phase of the fertilization, so millions of the sperms are traveled from the female through the female reproductive tract towards the fallopian tube or towards the ampullary region of the fallopian tube. So at that time, a phenomenon of the chemotaxis occurs. So as we discussed earlier in case of the sea urchin fertilization in sea urchin, that the chemotaxis is actually the response to certain kind of the chemical agents from the female gamete. So such response is from the male gamete of sperm. So a chemical substance is released or secreted from the female gamete, and such chemical substance is found in the cortex of the egg. Okay? And such chemical substance which is released from the cortex of the egg, it stimulates the male gamete or sperm. The phenomena is known as chemotaxis. So in general, the interaction is through the in certain cases the interaction between the both organism is through the special structures, and such structures are depends upon the reproductive behavior of the particular kind of species. So in different mammalian species, they have a special kind of they have particular reproductive behaviors to interact between both individuals. The primary need is during the process of fertilization is the fluid medium. So the fluid medium is required for the process of fertilization or the delivery of the sperm to the egg. So a fluid containing medium is required for the process of fertilization in case of mammals. So several thousand sperm reach the egg during the process of fertilization, but only one sperm will fertilize. So when the first term fuses or binds or interact with the ovum or the eggs, then it begins a series of chemical modifications or the chemical alterations that prevent any other sperm binding to the egg or ovum. So such kind of the chemical interactions or the chemical changes are also included into the mechanisms of certain kind of the mechanisms which are involved in prevention of polyspermy. So in previous lecture, we discussed about the two mechanisms of prevention of polyspermy. So one is known as fast block to polyspermy, and other is known as the second block, slow block to polyspermy. So soon after the binding or the fertile fusion of the first sperm to the egg, then there will be initiate certain kind of the changes. Those changes are related to the mechanisms which are involved in the prevention to polyspermy. So the next is the capacitation. So the capacitation in which the sperm undergoes a certain kind of changes within the female reproductive tract, and such changes are also known as the involved in maturation of the male gamete of sperm. So capacitation is actually the further maturation of the male gamete. So this capacitation or the sperm maturation occurs in the female reproductive tract. So the oviduct are the reproductive female reproductive tract secretes certain kind of the molecular changes inside the sperm plasma lemma. So sperm plasma lemma is actually the spermatic plasma membrane. So include such kind of the molecular changes are, for example, the include of the cholesterol, the removal of the cholesterol molecules from the spermatic plasma membrane. So the removal of the cholesterol molecule from the spermatic plasma membrane, it actually expose the certain kinds of the lipid clusters or the lipid containing regions of the spermatic plasma membrane. So such kind of the lipid rafts or the lipid clustered regions bearing certain kind of the binding proteins. Those binding proteins are actually responsible for the fusion of the spermatic membrane to the egg cell surface. So कैपेसिटेशन में क्या होता है, सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ द मॉलिक्यूलर चेंजेस जो हैं वो स्पर्मेटिक प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन के अंदर अपीयर होती हैं. उनमें से एक हम डिस्कस करें कि जैसे कोलेस्ट्रॉल मॉलिक्यूल्स जो हैं ये रिमूव हो जाते हैं फ्रॉम द spermatic plasma membrane. So by the removal of the certain cholesterol molecules, so the lipid region of the certain cluster of the lipids which are present in the spermatic plasma membrane are now exposed to the surface. So such clusters must be a certain kind of proteins. So such proteins are known as the proteins are actually the binding site for the egg cell surface or the egg membrane. Same like that, certain kind of the factors are removed from the, including certain semen proteins are associated before capacitation to the sperm, and such proteins are removed from the semen proteins are also removed from the from the male gamete of the sperm. So such modifications are related to the process of sperm maturation, or also known as capacitation. So this capacitation involves 4 to 5 hours in humans. So next you can see here the acrosomal reaction. So today I'm not going to describe the process of the acrosomal reaction. So as we discussed in detail the process of acrosomal reaction in our previous lectures. So the acrosomal reaction is same like that, in which the acrosomal vesicle, which is present just above the nuclear region or at the tip of the head region. So the fusion of the acrosomal vesicle in the surrounding is causes the release of certain kind of the proteolytic enzymes and the proteasomes. So such proteolytic enzymes involved to degrade or lyse the passage of path from the egg cell surface to the plasma membrane. So again, as you can see here in the figure, so in this case the outer egg cell surface layer is not the vitelline envelope, or the vitelline membrane. In case of the mammals, this layer is known as a corona radiata, or it's known as a zona pellucida. So corona radiata is the layer of the ovum, which consists of the group of cells. So group of cells, those are originated by the ovarian follicles, or the ovarian follicle cells, those surrounds and form the outermost layer in case of the mammalian ovum or egg. So mammalian ovum या egg के बाहर सबसे जो outermost layer होती है वो group of cells हैं जो कि follicle cells जो हैं वो एक cells एक layer बना देते हैं इसके surrounding में, जिसको हम cumulus कहते हैं. And the innermost layer of the cumulus is known as corona radiata. And next to the corona radiata is a layer which is known as zona pellucida, and then next to the zona pellucida is the plasma membrane of the ovum. So in case of before interaction of the egg and in case of the mammals, before interaction of the egg spermatic cell membrane and the egg cell surface, the acrosome remains intact. So the acrosomal reaction initiates between the first physical contact of the sperm and the egg or the ovum. So in case of mammals, the acrosomal reaction initiates when the first physical contact is formed between the both gametes. But in case of the invertebrates or the CHM, acrosomal reaction initiates before the physical contact of the both gametes. But in case of the mammal, the acrosomal reaction initiates after the first physical contact between both male and the female gametes. So first is so the stimulation of the sperm by the agents from the corona radiata, and then the certain kind of the agents are fusogenic components, those are present at the zona pellucida, and then finally the interaction between the spermatic membrane and then the ovum or the egg membrane. So next, below to the region which is present below to the corona radiata or the cumulus is known as the zona pellucida. Zona pellucida lies just above the plasma membrane, and the zona pellucida is the most significant region, and it plays an important role during the process of fertilization. Zona pellucida is a region which is composed of certain kind of glycoproteins, and three different types of the glycoproteins are form this layer or structure which is known as zona pellucida. And these three proteins are ZP1, ZP2 and ZP3. So ZP1 and the ZP2 subunits by they're repeating continuously both the ZP1 and the ZP2, and as you can see in the figure, both ZP2 and the ZP3, both units are repeating continuously, and after such continuous repetition they form a structure, a filamentous structure, and the third glycoprotein which is known as the ZP1 then binds or connects the such filamentous structures which are formed by the ZP2 and ZP3. So ZP2 and ZP3 form the filamentous structures. Such filamentous structures are then joined by the third ZP glycoprotein which is known as ZP1. So in this figure you can see the structure of the zona pellucida. So zona pellucida is found by three ZP proteins, or also known as the zona proteins. The most important protein in all three zona protein is the ZP3, which plays a key role in the process of fertilization in mammals. So we also include the part 2 of this topic about the fertilization in mammals. So the next are after that the sperm binding to the zona region or the zona pellucida, and then after binding to the zona pellucida, then there is a fusion of the spermatic cell membrane and the fusion with the egg cell membrane. So several kinds of proteins that mediate such kind of the fusions or interactions. So such proteins are known as one of them are known as the fertilin B protein. So in mouse mutants, those organisms, those are the mutant forms. So such mutants lack the fertilin B protein. So those have the absence of the fertilin B. So they have markedly reduced fertility. So in case of the mutant mouse, those have the absence of the fertilin B protein. Fertilin B protein is the protein is like the fusogenic, is the example of a fusogenic protein. Okay? So such protein is involved are very important for the fusion of both gametes. So in certain organisms, as in case of certain mutant, as in the example of a mutant mouse, in which the fertilin B protein was absent. So in such organisms, their fertility was reduced. So fertility is marked by certain kind of fusogenic proteins, such as the one example is the protein which is known as fertilin B. This fertilin B protein are same like that. Some other kind of the proteins are present along the spermatic plasma membrane, such as the fertilin alpha, fertilin beta, okay, quercetin protein, ADM4, ADM5, and IgUMO. They are the certain kind of fusogenic proteins, are also known as proteins which are very important in the process of fertilization between the both gametes. So such kind of fusogenic proteins are uh, are uh, are associated to the spermatic plasma membrane. So as you can see in the figure that as the ADAM or IgUMO or certain kind of other molecular proteins are also present on the surface of the plasma membrane of spermatic plasma membrane. But here are some important uh, spermatic uh, proteins which are also known as the fusogenic proteins, which are isolated or identified in case of mammals: fertilin alpha, fertilin beta, quercetin, ADM4, ADM5, and IgUMS. There are certain proteins which are recognized, which plays a significant role during the process of fertilization in mammals, and such proteins are or such factors are associated at the spermatic plasma membrane. So such molecules, as you can see in the figure, such kind of the molecules are present at the spermatic plasma membrane. So, and such as the fertilin or quercetin 3, they are involved in the sperm egg binding, and so fertilin or the quercetin are important for the binding of the zona region, zona pellucida, and the spermatic membrane. So for the receptors of the fertilin and the quercetins are located at the zona pellucida. So when the sperm interact to the zona pellucida region or the outer region of the ovum or the egg, so at that time, in result of the first interaction, acrosomal reaction occurs. So in result of the acrosomal reaction, as you can see in the figure, that the spermatic membrane in result of the fusion, result of the acrosomal reaction, there is a fusion of the acrosomal vesicles. So in result of the fusion of the or the exocytosis of the acrosomal vesicle, so a certain kind of the proteolytic enzymes or proteasomes are released at the egg cell surface or the zona pellucida. So such proteolytic enzymes lyse or digest the path from the zona pellucida to the egg plasma membrane. And for the first interaction between the sperm and the zona pellucida region, certain kind of the proteins such as the fertilin and quercetin proteins are present at the spermatic plasma membrane. So there must be the receptors for the fertilin-like binding proteins are must be present at the zona pellucida, at the outer surfaces. So on the egg, so such kind another important receptor protein which is isolated from the mammalian egg or ovum and is known as CD9. CD9 is a receptor protein, also known as a fusogenic protein, like the fusogenic proteins which are present in the spermatic membrane as the fertilin proteins. So CD9 is a protein which is present at the egg cell surface, and it plays a role in the process of the fusion. And other than that, the egg or the ovum membrane also bears some other kind of the proteins such as the integrin proteins or the glycosyl phosphatidyl inositol, or such as the GPI. So glycosyl phosphatidyl inositol proteins, which are also known as the DPI, they are also present in the within the egg plasma membrane. So as the glycosyl phosphatidyl inositol, they are also involved upon their activation when the both gametes are fused. So at that time, such segments are proteins or the regions are also activated. So such regions also send a second chemical messenger to the egg cell cytoplasm, and then it causes the egg activation. So the glycosyl phosphatidyl inositol like components within the egg plasma membrane, once they are activated, then they also activates the egg cell cytoplasm and causes the egg activation, result of the fusion or the fertilization between both gametes, or the fusion of the or the physical contact between the egg and the plasma membrane, egg and the spermatic membrane. Then next are the fusion of the sperm with the egg. So after the fusion of the zona pellucida and then to the plasma membrane, then finally is the fusion of the both cells. So after the fusion of both membrane, then immediately is the fusion of their nuclear content. So male nucleus enters into the egg cytoplasm and then becomes the male pronucleus. So when it enters into the egg cytoplasm, then it becomes the pronucleus. So at that time, it's known as a pronucleus. So as a result of the sperm fusing with the egg plasma lemma or the spermatic membrane, the oocyte nucleus, which is at that time is at the rest at the second metaphase stage. So then it completes its second meiosis and also gave rise to another polar body. So following the second meiotic division, now the female nucleus is also known as a female pronucleus. So both pronuclei then move toward each other, and then they finally fuse to form a diploid or a 2N zygote. So this 2N zygote then further proceeds the process of the cleavage or the first mitotic cell division, which undergo the resulting cleavage divisions. Then is known as the activation of the ovum. So in result of the fertilization or the fusion of both gametes, certain kind of the morphological, physiological, and the molecular changes occurs in the egg, which is also known as the activation of the egg cytoplasm, and changes occurs in response to the fusion of both male and female gametes. So, for example, in case of the morphological changes, so as in case of the morphological changes, a structure which is present or appear at the surface of the ovum during the process of fertilization is known as a fertilization cone. Fertilization cone is actually a finger-like projections or a microvilli, which are actually a microvilli that appears on the surface of the egg plasma membrane. The function of this microvilli or fertilization cone is actually to invaginate or to bring the male gamete inside the egg cytoplasm. So ये जो fertilization cone form होती है within at the surface of the egg plasma membrane or at the surface of the egg or ovum. इसका function क्या होता है कि ये penetrate करता है या ये the sperm inside the sperm inside the ovum or egg cytoplasm. Secondly, physiological changes क्या हैं, जैसे physiological changes में क्या आ सकता है, जैसे exocytosis of the cortical granules. So that is actually also a physiological change. कि उस physiological changes में ये changes भी आ सकते हैं, जैसे हमने last में बात की थी कि when first sperm binds to the egg or ovum, then at that time there are certain mechanisms which are involved in prevention to polyspermy. So one is known as slow block to polyspermy. So during the slow block to polyspermy, certain kind of the molecules are secreted from the cortical granules. So such molecules form a layer surrounding the compact or hardened, stiffened layer surrounding the egg. So this leads to the physiological change and certain kind of the molecular changes. Some molecular changes क्या है, जैसे हम ये कहते हैं कि जैसे ZP3 contains the receptor for the fusogenic proteins, those are present in the plasma membrane. So such receptors are clipped off during slow block to polyspermy. So क्या होता है कि ये जो receptors हैं, ये जो binding sites हैं fusogenic proteins के लिए, ये remove हो जाती हैं from the zona pellucida or the ZP region. So once कि ये जो proteins हैं ये ZP3 से या zona pellucida से remove हो जाती हैं, so that is actually a kind of molecular change. So in which a certain kind of the molecules or the receptors are removed from the surface of the egg cell surface. So also certain steps, as I have discussed earlier, the cortical reaction is included into the egg activation. So in the previous lecture, we discussed in detail about the cortical reaction about the exocytosis of the cortical granules, and also egg activation is related to the release of the calcium ions. So calcium ions are also released from the internal stores of the cytoplasm, as the calcium ions are stored in the endoplasmic, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So the release of the calcium ions or the elevated level of the calcium ions within the cell cytoplasm is also a key event in the egg activation. This increase of the elevated level of the calcium ion is also responsible to initiate the first cleavage division within the zygote. Certain other kind of the metabolic reactions or the chemical changes occurs in the egg cell cytoplasm. One of them is also the entry of the sodium ions or influx of the sodium ions into the egg cell cytoplasm. So this influx also causes a change in membrane potential, which is also known as fast block to polyspermy. In many other species, the reorganization of the egg cell cytoplasm. So egg cell cytoplasm again reorganized as the egg cell cytoplasm forms the mitotic apparatus during the interphase and to start the first division or the mitotic phase, or to start or to initiate the first cleavage divisions. And secondly, another kind of the changes are certain organisms, as in case of the mammals or human beings. Another change or the activation of egg is included the completion of meiosis by the egg. So meiosis is completed at the time of fusion or the fertilization, as in case of the mammals, included the human beings. Another change is the efflux of the hydrogen ions from the cytoplasm of the ovomycorrhiza. So hydrogen ions जो हैं ये remove या expel होते हैं from the cytoplasm of the ovum or the egg. So the removal of the hydrogen ions also change the pH of the cytoplasm. So egg जो pH है वो change हो जाती है. So it changes towards the basic or the alkaline pH. So when the hydrogen ions are removed from the egg cell cytoplasm, then pH is changed from the acidic to the alkaline side. So this alkaline pH is also responsible for the activation of certain kind of the proteins. Those are related to the to initiate the first mitotic division, or to initiate the next step of the embryonic development, which is known as cleavage. So also the increase in metabolism. So zygote gears up for the development. So rapid increase in the metabolic reactions. So certain kind of the proteins are rapidly synthesized soon after the process of fertilization and the fusion of gametes. So that's all for today.